Hey, my name is Georgia, and welcome to Gentle Yoga. I hope you've had a great day so far and enjoy a wonderful evening. Um, Come to a seated position, whether it be Sukhasana or legs out and stretched out long, Dandasana, whatever is the most comfortable for you. We will be continuing our chakra series that we've been working on. Obviously, I just gave a little, preview. It's going to be the throat chakra. Um, so, to discuss the energy bodies within the body that's what the chakras are, is just energy bodies that lie within you. You do not have to believe in this. I always like to tell people that it's something that I believe in, and I just like to impart the little knowledge that I know onto you. Um, so if this is something that you completely do not believe in, please discard everything I say and use the intention of your choice for practice tonight. But the energy bodies they lie within the body. They start with the root chakra, then we come to the sacral chakra, then we come to the solar plexus chakra, and then we come to the heart chakra, and we're at the throat chakra. There are hundreds of chakras within the body, but these are the main ones that lie within us. We cannot, at the end of our life, have an autopsy and find these within us. So they do have a bit of mystery about them, but it is something that I believe in because I have firsthand experience of working with them in myself and have other people work with them on me. Um, so it's just something that I've just learned for myself that is belief. Um, so the throat chakra is obviously located here, and it is our communication center where we learn to vocalize our truth and how we speak to others and have that unique identity that we have about ourselves. If it's balanced, we are speaking with clarity and honor and truth. We are saying our words clearly, and we do not we have to speak with kindness. If it is imbalanced, we are maybe a little harsh, fumble with our words, have less clarity, and we maybe tell lies. Now, this is not to say that we will not struggle in life with finding those words if you're still balanced, but it's just saying that in the extreme event, these are the things you'll see if there's an imbalance. And if it's balanced, you'll see these things, you know? So that's just kind of the wisdom, or not, I wouldn't say wisdom, but the knowledge that I have been given that I choose to pass along to you. And we are going to focus on that opening of the throat chakra tonight and allowing ourselves to be open to expression and open to ourselves and to feel ourselves, maybe do a little healing there. Whether we need to learn to hold our tongue a little bit more, maybe we need to learn to speak our truth. Mine has always been to speak my truth. I've always struggled with that. And I always found it funny when my higher power led me to be a yoga teacher because I was the very shy child. I was the child that did not like to speak in front of crowds. And it's an honor and a privilege to be able to sit here today and be able to do that. So, if you're already not in Sukhasana, please come there. Place the hands palm face up for this evening. Stack the shoulders over, stack the head over shoulders, shoulders over pelvis. Soften the gaze and close the eyes. We'll start to connect to the breath here. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Stay here for a few more rounds on your own, setting and sealing the intention of your choice. Start to let the shoulders relax away from the ears. Invite yourself into your space. Leave any to-do list for later. And allow this time to be just for you. Take about 3 more breaths here. Last one. Start to bat the eyelashes open. Coming back into your space. To begin, we'll start with some nice, just opening up through the neck. So take the hand out, right hand outside the right hip. Take this left hand up and over, placing it on the right side of the head. Just stretching out through the neck here and not really pulling, but pressing and allowing the neck and the shoulders to relax. Stretch through the right side of the body. Gaze slightly up towards the ceiling. Keep the spine long. Inhale, come back through center, releasing the crown. Exhale when you get there. Now let's place the left hand outside the left hip. Take that right arm up and over, placing that right hand on the outside of the left side of your head. And slightly press. Relax the right shoulder away from the ear and gaze up towards the ceiling. You should feel this stretch down the side of the neck through the top of the left shoulder. Should feel really nice, especially if you sit at a desk all day or do a lot of work with your arms, or your shoulders tend to stay up towards the ears, which amazes me how much fun I do. And release on an inhale and allow the head to come back through center, taking that right hand back down to the mat. Now we're gonna uncross the legs and swing into the side to come into tabletop position. But before we do that, we're just gonna walk the hands back and sit on tops of the back on the heels, taking the sit bones to the heels to sit up tall. Now, if you need to, you can place a blanket in between, like underneath your knees and sit that way. Or if you need to place a blanket underneath like your knees in front to help any sensitivity that you have there. Just place the hands on the lap. I'm going to face towards the camera so you can see. We're going to do three rounds of lion's breath. So really lengthen up through the spine, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Be okay with looking a little silly there here for a minute. We're going to inhale through the nose. Exhale, tongue comes out the mouth, and we. Two more like that. Inhale. Last one. Inhale. Good. It's always fun to do that. I forget how fun it is until I do it. Because I get really concerned about looking silly too. So we come into a tabletop position, stack the shoulders over the wrist bones, hips over the knees. We're going to move through a few cycles of cat-cow here. So we're going to inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round through the spine, find a navel spine connection, drop the head. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Now on these last two, we're going to include the dragon's breath on the cow posture. So on the inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, stick the tongue out. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, then exhale. Inhale, then round through the spine. Exhale. Good. Coming back into that neutral spine on the inhale. Got a little confused there. We're going to start to walk the knees back slightly, almost staying in this. This is slightly elongated tabletop, coming into puppy posture. So what I want you to do is come onto the ball mounds of the feet, or if that is not comfortable, you can still just come onto the backs of the feet. Walk the hands forward slightly, coming down onto the elbows. Then I just want you to start to melt the heart down towards the mat and allow the head to come in between the arms. Keeping the hips up towards the ceiling. On your inhale, start to pivot yourself
forward, pressing into the hands. We're gonna lower ourselves all the way down to the belly, start inching the knees back towards the mat, coming down onto your belly, and then we're just gonna lift up for a Sphinx posture. So elbows are grounded into the mat, fingertips spread wide, gaze up towards the ceiling, pressing firmly into the backs of the feet. Two more breaths. Really shining the chest forward, allowing the throat to be open. From here, press into the hands, tuck the toes to send the hips slightly back up to come back into half of a puppy posture. Then come onto the hands, spreading the fingers wide, tuck the toes, send the hips back and up to come into your downward facing dog. Bicycling the legs here. Hands should be shoulder distance apart, feet should be hip distance apart. Taking a soft bend in each knee. And ever so slowly start to walk the feet up to meet the hands. When you get there, keep a soft bend in the back of the knees and allow the head to be heavy. Coming into this standing forward fold position. Feet can be together or feet can be hip distance. Completely up to you and how you want to run your practice tonight. On an inhale, start to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Allow the head to be the last thing to come up. So really take your time here. Exhale when you get to the top and roll the shoulders away from the ears. Awesome. So from here, what we're doing, we'll come into eagle arms. So take your arms out to the side. We're not going to fly away. And take the left underneath the right. So we're going to cross them across the body. Left comes underneath the right. And see if you can place the left hand on the inside of the right. That's a little difficult. So even if you just come here, it's completely fine. Placing the backs of the palms on each other. Standing here, we're going to take the left foot back, coming into a high lunge position briefly. So you're on the ball mound of that back left foot, bending deeply in that right knee, drawing the inner thighs together, gaze up towards the ceiling, lift the chest. Using that back foot, press into the ball mound of that foot to help lift you up, placing it next to the right. Okay, unravel the arms, shake them out a little bit, shake the shoulders, and breathe. Switch sides, so extend the arms out long once again. We took left under right last time, so right will go underneath the left. Try to place the right palm
on the inside of that left hand. Right, yeah. Okay. And from here, what we'll do is step the right foot back this time, bending in that left knee, coming to our high lunge position. Gaze slightly up towards the ceiling. Activate the quads and the glutes. Imagine throwing the inner thighs together, pressing down through the ball mount of that front foot, and really keeping that knee over ankle alignment. Last breath. Using that back foot to help propel yourself, press into that ball mount of the foot, stepping the right foot back next to the left. Unraveling the arms, shake them out, shake the shoulders, maybe reach the arms up overhead, take a nice deep stretch, bending backwards maybe slightly. Then on the exhale, allow the hands to come down. Awesome. From here, we'll inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Keep a soft bend in the knees, and the hands can come to the shins, ankles, or even hands on the quads. We'll inhale, halfway lift into a flat back position. And then on the exhale, we'll step the feet back into our downward facing dog. Three more breaths here. On an inhale, roll over to the tops of the feet, bringing the knees back down. Knees are going to be together, toes touching. Swim the arms back behind you to come into a child's pose. On your inhale, start to swim the arms forward, pressing into the hands, coming back into a tabletop position. So what I want you to do here is pivot that right foot towards the back edge of towards the hip side of your mat, and then extend the left leg out long. We're coming into gate posture here. So you're going to press onto the outside edge of that left foot to really root you down. And you can come onto tented palms here on the right hand to begin and extend the left arm up. Breathing deeply, relax the shoulders away from the ears and imagine drawing the shoulder blades together. You can also have the hand completely down if you'd like to. Pressing into the back of that right foot to help maintain your stability, and pressing into the outside edge of that left foot to help you there as well. Really press the mat up and away. On an exhale, take that left hand back down to the mat, pivot the right foot towards the back of the mat once again, and come on, just stay on the ball mound of that left foot and take some nice gentle pulses. Gaze is going to be forward. Again, throat open, chest open. And then bring the left knee back to the right. And we're going to bring the right foot in between the hands to come into a low lunge position. So you can scooch that left knee slightly back. Keep knee over ankle alignment on the right side. Either keep on tented palms. You can bring the hands up to the knees. Breathing deeply. Relax through the shoulders. Extend the crown up towards the ceiling. Hands come back down to the mat on the exhale, and then we take the right knee back and place it next to the left. So we'll switch sides here. So bring the left foot forward and nope, never mind. Totally got ahead of myself. Pivot the left foot towards the side of the mat, then extend the right leg out long, coming into our gate posture on this side. I'm going to turn around so you can see the front of me. Pressing into the outside edge of that right foot into the back of that left foot, really pressing down into the mat, and extend the right arm up towards the ceiling, really pointing to the fingertips. Take that right hand back down to the mat. Pivot the left foot towards the back of the mat once again. Staying on the ball mound of that right foot, we'll find some nice easy pulses. Even keeping a nice soft bend in that right knee. Then on the inhale, start to bring that right knee back down. And we'll come and bring the left foot in between the hands and extend that right knee back a little bit further to come into our low lunge position. Again, tented palms is one choice. Bring the hands to the knee is another choice. And just allow the heart to shine forward and the throat to be open. And on the exhale, take the hands back down towards the mat, bringing that foot back to meet the right. And we'll come back into a child's pose. So keep the knees together, send the hips back towards the heels, arms extended forward this time, and allow the head to melt onto the mat. On an inhale, start to hinge forward. We're going to come back down onto our bellies. So start to lengthen the legs out long behind you, whichever way you find that possible. Start to draw the hands back. Thumb should be in line with the nipple points, coming into a cobra posture. So draw the shoulder blades together and inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift up for cobra. Exhale to lower. Last one, inhale, lift up. Exhale to lower. Next, we'll roll over onto our backs. And if you have a block nearby or something that can substitute for a block, please grab it for the next few postures. If you have two, even better. We're going to come into Madhyasana or supported fish posture. So what we'll do is take the blocks lengthwise onto the mat. This is also nice to do with a bolster as well if you want to make it more restorative. But you want to have it like where it's going to be directly in between your shoulder blades. So as you come to lower yourself down and walk the hands back and come down, maybe come down onto the elbows, shift the hips slightly, and then allow the heart and the chest to radiate open, and allow the hands to be by the side. Legs are extended long.
These next few postures that we're going to do, we're going to hold for a little bit longer than we typically do. So I really want you to settle in here and allow yourself to be in the space, in your space. You can use it as a time of meditation, a time just to release things that are no longer serving you. But don't let it be a time of morbid reflection. You find yourself getting caught up in the things that need to be done today, or things that have been done today. Just allow them to be released. Watch them float by. Now to come out of this posture, what we can do is to roll either to the right or to the left to release the blocks. So it's really going to be personal choice on how we get out of this posture, which direction you roll to, or you could even sit up directly. Moving on, we'll be coming into a supported bridge posture. So take the knees underneath the ankles with the knees deeply bent. We'll tuck the pelvis, place the block right at the base of the sit bones or the sacrum. You could put it at the sacrum, or directly in between the hips. And just place the hands again outside the hips. Maybe scoop the tailbone slightly, directing the hip points up towards the ceiling. If it's more comfortable for you to rest your hands onto the abdomen, please do so. And just allow yourself to be here. If you want to take it a little bit further and make it a little bit more challenging, you can maybe, if you have short blocks like I do, you can take the block onto the length, maybe lengthwise, so taller, and have the pelvis tilted up a little bit more. But this is a gentle class, so why don't you just take it down to the lower level. We're gonna still utilize this block in this next posture. So you can turn it lengthwise, so long like this, underneath the sit bones. You can even come up against a wall. We're coming into a waterfall, or legs up the wall posture. So if you want to make it very restorative and very gentle, which is absolutely an amazing posture to me, it's really great. You can just take the sit bones up towards your wall and then lengthen the legs up toward all the way up the wall. Or if you just have a block and no wall to use, you can just extend the legs up towards the ceiling. And if you'd like to, keep a soft bend to the knees, or you can just keep the knees hugged into the chest, whichever is the most comfortable for you. When you're ready, you can start to hug the knees back into the chest or sliding them down the wall. Bring the feet back down towards the mat if they are not up against the wall, and then lift the hips to release the block. Awesome. Now hug the knees into your chest. We're going to rock and roll our way up, or just sit up, whichever is best serves you. So if you'd like to join me, you can hug the knees into the chest and then start rocking and rolling up and down the spine for as many or as few breaths as you would like. Until you're satisfied, and then you come back into that seated position with the legs lengthened out long. We're going to come into a forward fold position. So the feet will be flexed. You can grab a strap or a towel to wrap around the base of the feet if you have tightness in the hamstrings. Sit up tall on the inhale. And then on the exhale, start to lead with the chest to come into the forward fold. Keep a soft bend in the back of the knees, not locking them out. Even taking a deep bend in the knees is absolutely wonderful. Allow the back of the neck to be long. On an inhale, start to roll up, stacking that vertebrae above vertebrae. Allow the head to be the last thing to come up. Placing the strap or towel to the side, we're going to rock and roll back down onto our backs. So hug the knees into the chest, or if you would just like to come back down onto your back, please do so. So we'll inhale, sit up tall, and on the exhale, take it back. Again, you can do this as many or as few times as you'd like. When you're done, take the feet back down to the mat. We're going to come into a supine twist before we close out our practice with Shavasana. So what I want you to do is just take the feet hip distance here. We're not going to extend one leg or anything like that. We're just going to allow the knees to kind of fall heavy to the left. Place the hands on the abdomen as we gaze over the right shoulder. So almost like you're stopping in windshield wiper legs. Not almost, you are. That's exactly what we're doing. Chest is radiating up towards the ceiling, along with the throat. The throat's kind of facing the right shoulder. Inhale the knees back through center, gaze back through center. Exhale when you get there. Now allow the knees to fall heavy to the right. Maybe readjust the hips if you need to, and then gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale the knees back through center. Gaze back through center. Exhale when you get there. Start to lengthen the legs out long, coming into Shavasana. And allow the arms to come wide as well as the feet. Eyes are starting to fall heavy into the back of the skull. Tongue is released from the roof of the mouth. And furrowing through the brow. Relaxing down the back of the neck. Releasing through the shoulders. You feel this cascade over the arms and through the fingers. And wash over the chest and it trickles down the abdomen. Let it flow over the sides of the hips and down the tops of the quads. Rushing over the kneecaps. Grazing the back of the calves. As it enters the tips of your toes. As you rest in Shavasana.
May you speak peace. May you speak love. May you speak freely. Namaste, my friends.